Hey guys, welcome back to Lynch's Garage, and you won't believe it, but Catch Can came in last night. It said it was a delay and it wasn't going to get here till March 2nd. I came home from the old pickleball, walked up, looked on the step. There it was, in a bubble package from Pure Later, Catch Can. So, oh yeah, and I've also been spraying down the mufflers there, so I removed the tar. I haven't put any, you know, putty knife to it or anything like that. But I've just been spraying the WD-40 on it just to break it down, just loosen it down. So each day I'll, put a little bit more on. I'm just doing this muffler on the passenger side right now. So what you get with this kit, it's not bad. And I tell you one thing, they did improve the line because I've seen some videos, older videos, maybe a couple years old, and showed the line, and the guy could go like this and squish it with his finger like it was just a cheap old plastic hose. But they stepped up their game, and they got this one here. It's a real fuel hose. I don't know if you can read it there. It says fuel hose 3/8. It's going to be perfect. It's going to fit once we cut that line coming from the positive crankcase ventilation. Once we cut that line, cut a small elbow out of it, this is going to fit over just perfect with this clamp. You're going to clamp it. They give you 4 clamps. They give you this length of hose, which from me measuring everything, it looks like it's going to be exact. So that's going to be good. I'll set that aside here. And they give you this. Now, that's a little mini filter, and it screws in if you want it to have an open system. If you want to have an open system, and they recommend that for full-on race cars. I mean, if you're at the track, either you're doing quarter mile or you're doing a circuit where you got to let it breathe. I mean, just max is going to breathe. It's going to throw all the fumes and everything right out this filter, and you're going to have the smell of oil and stuff in your engine bay. That's for a race application. And what you do is you remove this top. This was called the closed loop system, where you have this uh, unit here with an O-ring, on that, and yeah. So if you were to race application, you would put your Teflon here and you screw this down, and that'd be your race application. We're not going to do that. I was going to use that, but no, for street use and just normal performance and on the street, they recommend the closed loop system, and I believe that's what Bruce got on his. I don't believe there was an external filter on his, so I just won't tighten that down right yet. Gotta get that O-ring just right. And this is the can that goes on the bottom. Now in here, I'll show you what we got. This is like a oil baffle, and some of the catch cans, like you can unscrew this. Some of the catch cans, this is in 2 pieces. It's like there's holes on this side and holes on the opposite side, and you can put in your material there. Your where is it? This stuff here. It's just stainless steel wool. It catches all the oil and everything. But in this case, as I seen another fella on YouTube, he was showing one of these jobbies, and he goes, "No, with this type here from Amazon, he had the exact same one because the input and output was on the same side." He said, "You just throw the media in there, just in there, and what it does, it all the oil and mist and stuff clings to that, uh, you know, this sort of like steel wool, but it's stainless steel wool, and that's it keeps everything sort of clinging to it, so it doesn't go flying back out into your intake." So that's what I'm going to do. Have it right down in there, and every once in a while you clean it out. And the only downside is it comes with this. I mean, that's just a thin old, you know what I mean, plumbing Teflon. It's all right, but if you want the good stuff like I bought, that's made for gas and oil, we're going to use this. We're going to use the orange stuff. That's what it's made for. So, and they give you a couple extra fittings if you want to go bigger, if your car has bigger hoses, whatnot. And this one here was for the uh, another extra one for the catch can, I guess. I don't know. But the ones we use are 3/8 right here. So you got your output, which is going to go right into your intake. You've got your input, which is coming from your positive crankcase ventilation and your on your valve cover back here. So yeah, and the nice feature about this one, so just imagine that's screwed on here. You can screw that on. That's all screwed on there like that, and it goes on really. You just it's got an O-ring in there too. And then say you want to check and see how much oil's in it, just pull the dipstick out, and you can see it's got different markings on it. It's got how many? 1, 2, 3, 3 or maybe 4. No, just 3. 3 markings on it. And it's starting to get up. You want to take the bottom off and clean out all that oil, and you know what I mean. Start all over again. Captures all the oil. Now I found a bracket downstairs, and it was, geez, it came with some kit, something to do with my hot water heater years ago. I had replaced the smart panel in it because it went again. This is the second time it's gone, but this one's been in a good 10 years. It's lasting. But it came with some brackets and stuff. I don't know what, some wiring, but mine was already wired, so I didn't need to use the bracket. So I used it. I found it down there today, and it was still in plastic. So I used it on this. So what I did, and I used the orange high strength thread locker, and at first this black bracket right here bolts this unit on. So I used the thread locker on these 2 Allen key bolts. Then I used thread locker on these 2 bolts also, and they're Allen key also, and tighten those down really tight. And then what this will do is squish in, and this is going to mount on one of the radiator support bolts, and I've already tested it. It's got great clearance with the hood. When the hood comes down, it's got great clearance, and it's going to be right there, and it's at pretty well the right height. That's what you want, the right height coming from your valve cover, the hose coming from the valve cover back there, and then the hose going out to the intake. So it's at the perfect height, and that'll be stable there. Originally, I had it through just one of these tangs, this one. And then I thought, well, if I fold it right around, I'll get double the strength, and that's what I'm going to do. But the only problem is now this little 10 millimeter head bolt is too short. I'm going to need a longer one. I'm going to need, this one's about 1/2 inch or something like that, as much as coming in, maybe. And I'm going to need probably 3/4. Now this one it's the style with, well, you got the Phillips, optional Phillips, but then you can use the 10 mil. Then you got a mini washer. I wouldn't say it's a lock washer because it's not split. And then you got a fat washer, a bigger washer, but you can't pull them off. They're designed that way. I won't be able to find the exact thing like that, but I am going to try to find one with the Phillips if I can. I'll go down to just to make it look like the other one. I'll go down to Trans World Bolt. That's Waddell Avenue. That's the same place Nova Automotive is, the engine shop there. But I think Trans World Bolt is still there. I'll have to check. But they probably have one of those, just a little longer. That's all we need. But I figured tonight, geez, why don't we, since this is all done, I'll probably put a little bit of thread locker, not thread locker, orange on this too, to keep the, and the smart thing here, dude, because you got an O-ring that wants to fall out. You want to screw it upside down so you don't get your O-ring off kilter. But I'll do that one later. So let's just see. It's a 3/4 inch wrench here on these. And from what I can tell, if you're spinning it this way clockwise, you want to think of, I'm right in thinking this, you want to put your, because you're screwing it this way, you wouldn't put your tape counterclockwise. You would put your tape clockwise. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to get a pair of scissors here. They're right here. Scissors. Is this thing still operating? Yes, it's still operating. Okay, so I'm going to guesstimate here. And I'm going to say, I don't know, keep them both the same. I'm going to go as long as that screwdriver right there. That's what I'm going to do. And now, so that screws in that way. So I'm going to go, I got to keep it a little bit away from that O-ring. Right there from the O-ring there. Get it down in there tight. Down in there tight. What I might want to do, if it's possible, because I could take the O-ring off and then possibly slide it down back over. I think that would be better. So I can get more. I think they gave me a couple of O-rings too, extra ones. Somewhere. So here, I'm going to go clockwise. Like that. There, that's fitting better now because I took the O-ring off it. Yeah. You want to try to stretch it over it best you can. Stretch it. Stretch it. This might be too much. I don't know. It might be a little too much. It's hard to say. Yeah, we should probably, well, it's going. It's going. I'm keeping it flat. I'm keeping it flat here. Yep. There we go. So now, if that O-ring will fit over, we'll be tick boo. There we go. She's over. We're going to have a little folding here, but that's okay. And we don't care which side it goes in. And it's actually, oh, is it tightening or is it too much on it? Possibly we got too much on it. Well, that's not a problem. Not a problem at all. We will just, that's why it takes, you got to experiment on this stuff. What we're going to do, we're going to take this all off. And we're going to, now we're going to go with just the length of the, about the length of the handle. That's all we're going to go. Just can't put too much on it, I guess. And we're going to go clockwise here. Get it on nice and tight. Oh, push that over there like that. I want to hit the bullet. Okay, clockwise. It's just hard. The first bit getting started is just a little bit tricky here. There. Now I've got it. Now I got it. Okay. There we go. Let's put the O-ring over top. That'll just help. That'll just help seal it. That's all that's going to do. Yeah. Move this over a little bit. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we didn't hurt nothing there. Okay. So, let's see if we can get it in now. Seems like it's going, yes. It is. So, it's tightening, so I guess we need the wrench. We need the wrench here for this gizmo. This is just ensure. I know the seal would probably do it, but this is just extra insurance because they even tell you to put it on. So, oh yeah, nice. Okay, you don't want to over tighten this, but let's just give it a little tweak. There. That's plenty. You don't want to strip the threads. Now, so we don't need that piece. Now we got this other piece here. Even says on top, oil catch can. Yeah, so let's take another snip of this stuff. Right there. And grab this. Just pop the O-ring off, just temporarily. Pop the old O-ring off her. Now, get this set up for your clockwise. Clockwise, this way. Get it down nice and press it into the threads. Just give it a little give it a little stretch. There we go again. She wants to fall right off. Second, probably pressing too hard on it. Just got to get the first wrap around. Once you get the first wrap around, then you're laughing. Okay. That's looking good. Okay, O-ring. O-rings on it. Here we go. O-rings on it. Good to go. Here we go. And this is going into the output one. Just line her up straight. Straight as you can. Make sure it's straight. Looks straight to me. I don't think it would have went in that easily. And I dropped the wrench right here. Let's go with that. Give that a little snug. Yeah. Yeah, once these are on, that's not something you'd have to redo all the time. Once she's done, she's done. Yeah, I'm just gonna see what I got here for tightness here. That's pretty good. I don't want to go any more than that. Don't think. No, that's good. So we got sealing on the threads. We got the O-ring on there. Yeah, we're good. So that's how she'll look. And it's too bad they didn't make. Well, it's going to be different for everybody's application, but you see how it's in. That's in coming from. So I'll have it coming in from the back of the engine coming in here, but then my output on this opposite side has to go out and has to go that way. If they were flipped, it would be sort of like more orientated properly, but that doesn't matter. We can, while we're at it, guess we might as well. We don't need a whole lot of orange tape here. We'll just put a little bit on, like that. We'll put a little on this this jobby here. Get her down nice and low. Wrap it around. Wrap it around. Keep wrapping it. Keep wrapping her tight. Best you can. Something like that. Grab your O-ring. Moist it a bit, maybe. Go on easier. Something like that. Sec now. So let's see here. It's a little bit of orange. Gonna move that in. Here, just adjust that in there just a little bit with the scissors. Just get that in a bit so I can get the O-ring sort of sitting in her groove. There's a groove for the O-ring, so I might as well follow the groove. Just follow the groove. Okay, in we go. There she is. What I like to do is turn it upside down and then screw it in. I don't have the Allen key handy, but let me just see if that O-ring's looking good. Yeah, it's all on the outside. That's where it should be. She doesn't fold it. There, I'll just see if that little snug later. Yeah, so yeah, pretty cool. I mean, for whatever, $65, whatever it was, geez, that's not a bad deal, really. If it, if it'll perform like it says it does and capture all the old fumes and oils, and then you just, every once in a while, you unscrew this. You can check with the dipstick on top, but every once in a while, you're going to take that out. You're going to clean all this. You're going to pull that out. You're going to clean that in the sink with whatever, some cleaners. Probably brake clean would probably clean it good. Just clean all the crap off it, right? But, you're going to leave that in there just to, it'll separate some of the stuff coming in. And tickety-boo. Well, what we'll do tomorrow, we're going to mount it. We're going to actually cut the line. Yeah, we're going to cut the line in the appropriate place. And we're going to actually mount it. I'm going to try to find a bolt there sometime, maybe in the afternoon. Go to Transfer Bolt, and I'll get the proper bolt for that, and that'll work. That'll work just fine. Okay, guys, like I always say, and I always will, I like each and every one of you to stay safe out there. You know what I mean. Thunder Road.